No sound?
Since we canceled T-Rex Abroad, my dad died. Like, that was the weirdest thing for me. Remember the last conversation, right? We're canceling. We're not going to Australia under the circumstances. It's not worth it anymore. My family doesn't want me to because my dad died. Not wanting to live with a co-feeler. Dad passed away. He had a heart attack, stroke combo, and then I put him in a coma. It wasn't looking good, so it was really strange because I had gotten a phone call from him while I was dyeing my hair, and I literally had like dye on my hands, and I couldn't answer the phone. I was like, I'm in such a good momentum, I'm going to continue to get ready, and I'll call him later. And I went and did my show, and there was no later. Because then I called that weekend.
Wow, right.
He didn't answer, and I texted him apparently the day of, like, the event.
Oh, wow.
The event.
Running to the store.
It's very difficult to elaborate.
Vegan beer tonight.
How I feel. Because before it happened,
Chef
like, I had gotten a wake-up call from my living situation that said don't live there anymore. But I did not turn to my parents on purpose. And then a family member asked my dad on my behalf if I would be able to live there. And
Did we have a Sunday night dinner party?
like, we were both on a no.
I made a Sunday night dinner party.
My dad was on a no. I was on a no. Like, that's not an option, mostly just because of how we speak to each other. And how...
Oh, I mean, we can go Twitch. I mean, we can go Twitch with them. We can go Twitch.
I got something from high blood pressure. And I made a conversation with mom about it. That was really the reason I wasn't able to actually get to know my dad outside of this kind of strict disciplinarian way of raising or speaking to me as a child of the dark months ago. So I did Art Wars, and I lost. I had a really good time though. I grew as an artist. At this point, realized there's a lot more different layers that I still have to achieve in my art as a performer, as my own makeup artist, as my own hairstylist, as all that stuff. Seeing things and making them come to fruition. Don't be fooled by the ears. You know, it's cold outside, so I had to skin a bunny. These are actually these ears for last purpose. I worked at Hot Topic for a minute and got Bob's Burgers hat here for my head. I got an Ivy outfit that I am utilizing as like a mystical T-Rex outfit, kind of like a Victoria gave me this. I fucking love this. And it's like it was a vest, and it was was originally like a full piece, and then I tore it open and resewed the sides in my weird stitch pattern. I love this.
You said maybe a Mac
And then it has
40 inches long.
and then I took off the tail and put it onto my glitter shorts that I've just worn to death.
I have a long tail.
I just worn them.
It's the show.
They're my favorite. I've been performing
I like this
a
show.
lot since then. I did a spot at Fault Line directly after for Big
I'd rather watch you than
Time.
I'd rather watch
The
this than
residency in Reptile and Free Bar.
Oh, I'd rather watch this than the games.
Every time I perform, I have a good time. I always have a good time when I perform.
Oh, wow.
I love it too. I'm a producer, I produce myself. I love playing the piano when I get a chance to. I haven't really performed any piano recently because I'm still on a creative hiatus, which means I'm not necessarily creating new stuff, though I am making new Rex mixes all the time. I actually played the most recent Rex mix for
It's muted.
Moon Pub Queen and What the Fuck Burlesque Spaced Out for my bandmate Odoodle. I'm in the band Really Really Super Awesome. I played the set list for him, and he was like, is this a remix? What is this? I was like, oh, this is the set list that I have for shows down here. And he said that even that, just sitting in...
So I'm working on your...
Still considered working.
I gotta go out before the store closes.
It's not like I'm not. To me, the studio is where
basically,
the
let me
laptop
explain.
is, or wherever the
But
computer
a
is
short
that
answer.
you borrow to do such a thing. To a shout out Snatch Power. And
So this is what's going on with this one. So this, believe it or not, this is the tablet is casting here. Okay, this is the show. It's running on here. This is the audio for the show. The audio is muted, but you probably can hear my microphone. What I can do from over here is I can swap to, this is now me picture in picture on the show, and the live, oh, and that's our live. So I gotta run to the store. Is it me in camera? It is me in camera. Wrong camera? God damn it. This camera? Anyway, I gotta go to the store before it closes. Bye-bye. Okay? This is what's going on with this one. So this, believe it or not, this is the tablet is casting here. Okay? This is the show. It's running on here. This is the audio for the show. The audio is muted, but you probably can hear my microphone. What I can do from over here is I can swap to, this is now me, picture in picture on the show, and the live, oh, and that's our live. So I gotta run to the store. Yeah. So I gotta run to the store.
After our tours, I did a bunch of shows,
Vegan beer.
and I've been working really closely
No.
with Judith Jomance, and as just a
What now?
media consultant, she
What
had
now?
myself and a
Moving right along.
Art Wars contestant do her background dancing for this performance of John. How are you going to be pop star if you don't know how to be a background dancer? You know what I'm saying? I've been working really closely with her. She helped me do a few other things, like the promos for Art Wars.
The first contestant in Art Wars to make it to the top 3.
Oh, hi there. I'm Laura Von Cheese, one of the top 3 contestants in this season of Art Wars.
My name is
Oh, hello. I'm Shantae Bates-Rock.
There's only one spot left.
Come by this Monday. We'll make sure you get all your drinks here at Red Light while we put on their big
Whoa.
show. Who's gonna be the next top?
Either Shantae
desires.
Who's gonna get it? Will it be Miss Shantae?
How about
Come next Monday and find out.
Check out next week.
At Redline this Monday. Come and check out next week. 9,000 Gaga.
Wow.
Stay tuned next
Howie
week.
Huge
Be
presents
here.
you.
Do not forget, it is at Redline downtown LA quarterfinals. And we have our season 3 Art Wars winner. 8 o'clock to 12 p.m. Showtime, 9 o'clock. My name is Judas Johansson at 10 o'clock.
Y'all give it up for Mr. Judas Joe Manson!
She also had me do some stuff for her own personal reel, so putting together different songs and performances that she's done in the past. Kind of like a documentary, you know, just to put it all together and make sure that she has it for her archive. It was really cool. I had a really good time working with her. It's funny because it's like one of those things where you're not sure if you're overstepping your boundaries or if you're being mean, but you're just trying to get stuff conveyed. And for a second there, I was like, girl, like, you're not paying me. We're just bartering here. You need to work with me. I'm trying to work with you. Everybody needs to calm down, kind of a situation. But I had a good time either way, regardless. Art Wars Season 3 is over now. This was the opening, and then towards the end, we were doing just promos and, you know, support and come down and hang out and which team are you on. I met 2 bio queens this season, Baby and Midnight Desire, and they both were really cool. I liked hanging out with them. I did my piece in season 3, helping out Midnight Desire with her performance. And she and I were X-Men for their Saturday morning cartoon challenge. And that was cool. She came over, we recorded, we did some like choreography. I had a really good time. Art Wars to me is really just like, it's a competition, but it ends up being kind of like a sorority at the end of it, sort of like how Snatch Power is, where now you've got a pool of people to tap from for different things. Like, G's a costumist, I'll say. She puts stuff together. She's a stylist for sure. She works at Versace. And then you've got stuff that's like, other people have tapped me to be models for them, and hair stuff, like all kinds of really cool things have come from Art Wars for me, and I'm really thankful that I've been able to enjoy it and meet new people through it. And again, this is because of Snatch Power altogether, you guys. If I didn't meet Rara, I wouldn't have met Judas Joe Manson. And then Judas Joe Manson would have booked me a couple times. I would have been on Art Wars, and I would have met so-and-so, and all kinds of things have happened because of Snatch Power. So thanks Snatch Power, thanks Judas Joe Manson, thanks Art Wars. Hello out there in the internet universe. My name is T-Rex. I'm wearing a blonde wig. I'm not trying to be white.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Destiny. And I was just up reading
and I stumbled across a few very interesting blog posts, and I was looking at some pictures of hairstyles, and there was this woman who had some blonde hair, and she was darker skinned, and there were so many people in the comments giving her straight shit. They were giving her hell about her hair. And it wasn't even just because she was dark skinned, because there were light skinned girls and they were getting hell. It was a whole bunch of girls, all different tones of African American women with red and blonde hair who were getting crap for dyeing their hair or wearing wigs a certain color. There are many cultures of Black people, African American, African, Aboriginals, South Sea Islanders that have naturally red and blonde hair.
Let's talk about Black people with blonde hair. I love dark skin on blonde hair.
This is the commentary on Black people wearing blonde hair.
There are Black people that are gingers, naturally. I'm not trying to be white.
Racism in the United States has been widespread since the colonial era. Legally or socially sanctioned privileges and rights were given to the white Americans but denied to Native Americans, African Americans, Asian Americans, and Hispanic and Latino Americans. European Americans, particularly the affluent white Anglo-Saxon Protestants, were granted exclusive privileges in matters of education, immigration, voting rights, citizenship, land acquisition, and criminal procedure over periods of time extending from the 17th century to the 1960s. However, non-Protestant immigrants from Europe, particularly Irish people, Poles, and Italians, suffered xenophobic exclusion and other forms of ethnicity-based discrimination in American society, were vilified as racially inferior, and were not considered fully white. In addition, Middle Eastern American groups like Jews and Arabs have faced continuous discrimination in the United States, and as a result, some people belonging to these groups do not identify as white. East and South Asians have similarly faced racism in America. Slavery, segregation, the American Indian Wars, Native American reservations, Native American boarding schools, immigration and naturalization law, and internment camps. Formal racial discrimination was largely banned in the mid-20th century and came to be perceived as socially unacceptable and or morally repugnant as well. Racial politics remain a major phenomenon, and racism continues to be reflected in socio-economic inequality. Racial stratification continues to occur in employment, housing, education, lending, and government.
Hiya. I just saw a video that almost made me cry. Video with a young boy trying to have fun on a playground, but he couldn't. Even though his mom was there with him, they weren't allowed to enter. They were challenged by the color of their skin. Racism is horrible. They laughed at that boy, they called him a monkey, and even hit him in front of his mom, like he didn't matter. Like he wasn't a human. The boy and mom moved away to an empty area of that playground. The same children screamed at him. They couldn't accept the fact that he was still there. They approached him and his mom, called them names again, and even hit that boy in front of his mom. And at that point, she knew that the best way was the way out. Passing by the parents who played with their children, who sat on the benches right next to them, fully ignoring what just happened. This is crazy. Share this video and the next time I see something like this, I won't let it happen. Never be accepting of racism. Because what's most shocking to me is not just the fact that such young children can be racist nowadays, or the parents can let it happen so carelessly, but also how patiently this mom reacted to it, as if it's an everyday life. Every single day, people all around the world experience racism.
Dante was bullied so badly because of his race, he had to change school.
It comes in many forms, and now we know that it also comes from people of many ages. We need to say a freaking loud no to racism. What we can do is to make sure that with each year, with new generations, it will slowly die.
Alright. T-Rex here. Every day I go out, it depends on what wig I'm wearing, but I get shit the most when I wear blonde hair.
Popular restaurant chain is accused of racial discrimination by a former employee, and it all centers around her hair.
White waitresses are allowed to have highlights in their hair, but black waitresses are not.
My other co-workers, they all had different color in their hair, red and blonde highlights. I didn't think it would be an issue.
Johnson was fired after managers told her her hair color violated employee image standards.
They specifically said that black women don't have blonde in their hair.
25-year-old Baron Johnson's blonde highlights now at the center of this complaint filed with the Maryland Commission on Civil Rights.
Which is ironic because blonde hair is when I find the most work. Oh, you're black, dark, and blonde, black people in the world. You must be trying to be white. That trope, that prejudgment should just kind of go out the window. But it hasn't yet because people haven't opened up a book or haven't been exposed to that. They don't really know. There are black people in the world with blonde hair naturally.
Why do we hate? We hate because we're taught to hate. We hate because we're ignorant. We are the product of ignorant people who have been taught an ignorant thing, which is that there are 4 or 5 different races. There's only one race on the face of the earth, and we're all members of that race, the human race.
When it comes to appropriation goes back and forth. It just depends on how you look at it, I guess. Like, when white people appropriate any culture, it's like, dude, you guys are colonizers. You've gone across the world and literally have colonized all of the planet to your liking. I guess European beauty standards are it.
I can't believe that you just said that.
So what?
The N-word?
So then, you got white people who say the N-word. Don't say the N-word, it's not for you.
So? Nobody's around. Yeah.
You'd think white people would know better than to drop the N-word. But one Kendrick Lamar fan clearly didn't get the memo. A white female fan named then came up, but bombed pretty damn hard. When she blurted out the N-word 3 times. On stage, in front of 13,000 people. Lamar had to cut the music to ask her to bleep the word. She initially asked, but apologized and begged to stay after cluing into her slip-up.
You gotta bleep one single word, though.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I do it?
Yeah, you did it.
Despite the audience uproar, Delaney got a second chance.
Should she stay up here?
but not being allowed to say the N-word was apparently too much because she promptly screwed up the song and got booed off the stage anyway. Twitter was two minds about the slip, with one camp fully understanding the wrong and blurting out a racial slur. The others, though, just don't get it, saying it's in the lyrics. Obviously, Kendrick Lamar totally set up that poor white girl by writing the song.
I don't drop that shit. I call people dinos instead. Nah, my dino, no. Yeah, dino. Dino. Don't drop the N-word.
And then I will hear Alana, you were saying you'd be transparent. I want to hear what that is. But yes,
I come from a mixed background. My dad's from Panama. My stepmom is Lebanese and Caucasian. And they've always told me if anybody calls you the N-word, you have a right to fight. You have a right to actually stand up for yourself because that's not right for them to call you that word. In the same respect, currently I live with a white girl and her boyfriend who is black. And on occasion, she will call him the N-word endearingly. Exactly. And I'll hear them. I'll be in like the kitchen or the bathroom and just go, whoa, what? Why are they having this conversation? And I've talked to both of them about it equally. He says he doesn't care. And she's just like, oh, I just mean it endearingly. I'm like, the minute you call me an N-word, we're going to be in a fight.
Y'all would rather me be an animal anyway and cage me the fuck up. I'll give you an animal. I'm a dinosaur. Fuck with the dino, you get the teeth. Don't call me an N-word. Don't drop the N-word. Don't ever use the N-word, even if it's in the music you listen to. I don't give a fuck.
No. Here's why the N-word is off limits.
Don't say the N-word. It's not for you.
I'm not trying to be white. I know we all went to the movies and saw Black Panther, Wakanda Forever.
Last week, this will go quickly and I can get this ridiculous thing off my head. Looks nice. Just whipping back and forth. What? It's a disgrace.
I saw Danny toss the colonized wig to the side. That shit was hilarious. We also saw what life might be like if we were au naturel. If you've seen any of the trailers for A Wrinkle in Time, however, you'll notice Oprah Winfrey donning plenty of blonde wigs to keep me cosplaying the blonde look forever. No hate, I'm natural up under my wig.
So we're on our last grade, and I'm up for the first shot today. This is not just a typical cornrow. Usually when you get a weave, this is how you get your hair braided.
But I still like playing dress up and turning out looks for days. All I have to say with this post is just because I have a blonde wig on doesn't mean I think I'm less black or that I'm trying to assimilate. If I'm real about how fake I am, I mean, obviously it's a wig. Why are you mad?